First stream of the new year, as in chat stream. I'm not building anything tonight. So how the devil is everyone, and happy new year to every single person that's come by and joined me tonight. Tonight I'm celebrating with a Budweiser. I did hit the Kraken a little bit hard over Christmas, so I'm toning it back to have a little buffer. By hitting it hard, I mean, you know, a couple of doubles and perhaps a single. So there you go. Hello, Christian from Grantham.
Let's give it up big time.
My fingers are so big I can't click
Hello,
the button.
Christian from Grantham. Now let's get cracking.
Hello, Moss6510. How the devil are you? Welcome to the channel. Now, I've actually got an agenda tonight. I've actually wrote down a list of things that I'd like to talk about in this monologue. I always have a monologue on a Thursday about things that we're talking about. And as you can see here, I've got the TT120 Scotsman, but it's not mine. This is going to my dad, and I'll explain that in a second. First off, UK postage. Someone asked a question, is the UK postage still screwed up? Put it this way, at the moment, we're still getting Christmas cards through the post. Mrs. Rhoda Wayne's have 3 birthday cards. Her birthday was on the 29th of December, and she's still getting cards now. So it's all over the place at the moment. I'm waiting for a Mekon figurine from Mooncrest Models. I can't wait to build that. That's in the post system somewhere as well. But the good news is that Carl Williamson, you got your winning Scalextrics model today. And John Medney, your Spitfire, should be here shortly. It's in the system somewhere. So that's all good news. All fun stuff. But the reason I've got this here at the moment is that this is for my dad. I bought this for my dad, or we bought it for like a Christmas present. I need to get a base for it, and it needs to be at least 130 centimeters by 91 centimeters. I need to make it a little bit bigger around the borders just so he can put things down. But unfortunately for my dad, he's decided to have another fall again, and he hasn't been very well. So we're not taking this down until we're absolutely adamant that he's going to be fine, because the last thing we want to happen is him fall onto the table. So so I'm keeping that here for the minute. But Dad, if you are watching this, it's here, it's safe, don't worry about it. But I am going to unbox it for you peeps tonight, just so we can have a look at what's in there. As a matter of fact, isn't there 2 types of Budweiser? I don't know. This is the no, I don't know, you tell me. But before I actually got this, if I just click over to this camera, I joined the TT Club. And by joining the TT Club, you get this lovely, like, gold, as you see, Wayne Green there. That's little membership card. No membership number on it. You also get a pin, which is upside down, looking like that. I've got the letter here, which is just telling me thank you for joining the TT Club. And then you get a brochure of everything that's in that. And the other good news is you get 30% off of stuff you buy as well. So this is just going into all the trains you can get. Now, the reason that I'm talking about the TT Club, let me just put this somewhere where it's not going to get in the way. Stand by. Is that at the moment, if you sign up before January, it's completely free. I think you have to pay something like £35 a year normally, but you can actually sign up for the TT Club and get all of that stuff completely free. So I signed that up. I signed my dad up to it as well. And then he got his discount on this Hornby set here. Now this is absolutely brilliant. Look, check this out. So this comes with the track layout. You've got the basic oval there. I think this is what comes with the TT train set kit. This is the one we've got, but obviously you can get different track packs to extend that. And that's what I was saying about the width, 137 by 91 to get this in place. And this is everything it comes with here. Now, scale wise, stand by, let's get this open. This is all fun. I'll have to box this up later. Oh God, it's got some vacuum seal on it or something. There we go. This is what's inside the box. Take this bit off, and there you go. Look at it. Absolutely brilliant. Now, I'm going to take one of the carriages out so you can see an idea of scale. If you're into model railways, this is tiny, so it's smaller than OOO gauge, bigger than N gauge, and one carriage is probably the length of my hand, but it's only the width of a finger. So it's going to be perfect for my dad, because he'll be able to get this in his room. Now, it is labelled Scotsman, but it's not the Flying Scotsman, because obviously the Flying Scotsman's got a different number. Now, I haven't even opened this bit yet, but that's... I don't really want to open it. I want to let my dad do it, but that's the engine. So that don't look too bad as well. I'm not going to open it because this is his present, so I don't want to go through it. But I just wanted to see everything's in there. The only other thing, I watched another YouTuber who got these packs. He didn't have this power pack here, which I've got, but they're the rows as well. But it's a fun little kit, this one, I have to say. Now, Hornby, let me just put that to one side now, seem to be really pushing this 1/120 brand. I think they're just trying to make a whole new thing about it. I think they know that people haven't got a lot of room in their houses and stuff like that, so they've reduced the scale. But because it's so new, there's not a great deal of things for like scenery and stuff for it yet. But I'm sure it's going to come. TT stands for tabletop. Thank you, Moss. I had no idea of that, you know. That's obvious now you've said it. Oh my god. But yeah, it's all cool. So I am going to get a baseboard for him though, because he hasn't got room for a massive table in where he is as well. But that's that. So that's what's going on with that. I'm glad we got the TT120. I was going to do it myself on the channel, but with the announcement from Agora Models having the Bond collection cars out, I've got the Optimus Prime coming soon. I'm going to be starting the Star Trek Refit tomorrow, which is probably a good segue into the Star Trek Refit. That's going to be on the channel tomorrow. I've been doing loads of reference for it. So much so that poor old Mrs. Rhoda Wayne has, I've ordered her a pattern for a Wrath of Khan uniform. So in the time that it takes me to build that refit, she's got to try and make me a Wrath of Khan uniform, because she's got all the stuff for it, overlocking machines, sewing machines, fabric, everything. So I've just got the patterns for it. So it's going to be quite a little fun thing. But I have bought lots of things for the refit already. Now, I'm going to be talking about that tomorrow. Obviously, the inspiration from this is Phil Siegel's in chat at the moment over on the Sprueverse channel. I think you're on part 7 now, aren't you, of that, Phil? And also Trackworks is also building the refit at the moment. It seems like the refit is having some sort of revival. Now, from what I understand, this refit model from Polar Lights originally came out in 2004. And like a book, it's had different variations of covers and packaging and stuff like that to what we've had today. And I've looked at previous sets as well, and all the modifications that people are making, they've been making since the year dot. So they haven't changed the design as they've been going along. But I've ordered God knows how many SMD lights, everything. But I'm doing my own electrics. I'm not using an electric kit for it. So I think I'm going to have a whole heap of trouble. But that's why I've given myself a year to do this. It took me 6 months to do that Volvo Amazon. So I'm sure a year to do the Enterprise refit is absolutely ample. But hopefully we're well on the way when it comes to Wonderfest. Wonderfest is in June this year. I think it's the 10th and 11th of June. Could be the 11th or 12th, can't remember. If you didn't know, we've already booked our tickets. We've got our flights booked. So Mrs. Rhoda Wayne is coming with me this year. So she can actually, she came last year, but she had to leave before the event. But she's actually going to be staying for the event this time, which is absolutely brilliant. And also, I have thanked the peeps that have sent me some Christmas presents recently. I did get one that I showed the patrons last night by Patrick Doy. I don't know if you're in here, Patrick, which I think is great, which is a Back to the Future scented set here. So you've got shampoo, body wash, and an eau de toilette. And people were like, what does the Back to the Future brand smell like? Does it smell like a flux capacitor? Does it smell like the future? Who knows? If you want to know what it smells like, if you've ever tried John Paul Gaultier's fragrance for men, that's what it smells like. But thank you so much for that. It's all cool. Oh, you had a problem with your printer, Phil? I didn't know that. Are you back now? Are you modelling? Because I know you've got your last video that came out was sorry to not make the stream for ages. Oh, thank you, Svi. I really appreciate that. Welcome back to the channel. I know you've been doing the Spaceballs RV, and I know you've got a video coming up from that. But I hope you had a good Christmas. I'm aware that your t-shirt hasn't arrived. They've resent it. So, and I made them throw in a mug as well for their bad service, which is cool. So you should apparently be getting that next week. But you do have Build Something mugs as well in the channel. So that's all sorted now. Oh, it's all cool. Right, I'm going to go back to the chat because I've been rambling on now for like 10 minutes. And that's always what I'm like. So It's all cool. And I'm sure Mrs. Wayne's been answering as well. Is there any questions that I haven't answered? I'm just trying to think. Some people are asking. No, I think we're good. I'm looking at my my list. I think we're good. Sorry, chat's gone all up the wall. Stand by. It's smaller than HO even. It's very tiny. It's very tiny, but it's going to be absolutely perfect. The only worry I've got is obviously my dad's got Parkinson's and the tremor, but it does come with a track, you know, that you can slide the train on the track so it goes onto the track, so he's not going to have problems putting it on the track. The advantage of what he's got at the moment is that when he was at home, he'd have one of these, you know, the great big claws that you use to pick up litter with. He had one of them, and he used to be picking things up with that because he couldn't get across the track. But with this one only being like a metre in width, you could just reach over and get it, which is going to be great. No, it's not the Flying Scotsman engine. It's labelled as Scotsman, and it looks like the Flying Scotsman, but it's not the 60103. Is that the number? I don't know. It's got a completely different number. So, it's a nice set. You could drink a Budweiser now. At the moment, I've still got my my bourbon, my rum, and my Budweiser. Mrs. Wayne's got about 2 tons of whiskey, 2 tons of gin at the moment, which I don't know how she's going to get through. Matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if she's having one now. But if you saw some of the pictures at Christmas, she was drinking these gins out of a goldfish bowl. Pretty crazy. I am itching to set it up, Paul, but it is my dad's thing, so I need to I need to let him have that. TT means something different in the States. TT, is it? What does it mean, Lou? Is it rude? I don't know. TT, is that something to do with like motorcycles, isn't it? I don't know. I was doing again, Ed, it's all around my dad. I was doing a 00 gauge in my dad's garage, but then my dad got ill and he needed that room. They were going to make it into a shower room, so we had to clear it out the garage. And then unfortunately, it never happened. So I had to break it all down. For the 2023 Sprueverse promotional, what's that? Sprueverse Challenge 2023 promotional. Oh, we're looking forward to that. We have been discussing it, but I said more news will come later in the year for that. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, Phil. I appreciate that. But I'm still. I mean, if you've had an extra load of views on your Enterprise refit, it's me watching things again and again and again and again. And the same for Trackworks. Boyd over at Trackworks. I can't help it. I'm gonna have a problem with colours. I know I'm gonna have. I've already said to Boyd, I'm colourblind and I can't tell the difference between the duck egg blues, the dark blues, and believe it or not, silvers. The silvers and the blues look really identical to me. So crazy stuff. But no screws were hurt in the production. So what? This is your resin printer, is it? The screen film is now hard to get if you were to order. Are you talking... Right, I know what you're talking about now. You're talking about the screen film at the bottom of the resin tray. I had a problem getting mine out as well, because when I got mine, I had a spare one and I thought I'd change it, and they were a pain to get out. Pico, yeah, Pico are bang on it with Track, aren't they? But I mean, it's his money. He can spend it on what he wants. I'm just going to be there to help him set it up. But I will give updates on the channel. I don't think even in here at the moment, I've got no room for things. But the reason I wanted to finish that Volvo Amazon off was that I've got nothing now left over apart from the plane from the space shuttle, which I haven't done, the SR-71, and my stash of unbuilt models, which is under there. There's nothing other than that, which is works in progress. I've decided I'm not keeping the Eleanor. I don't see any bonus of keeping that. I think Ian, you might be having that, but the only things I've got then are Knight Rider and the Porsche 917 under here. So the Flying Scotsman is a named train service. The locomotive is named after the train service 10 a.m. from London to Scotland. I didn't know that. I didn't know that, Mike. I've seen the Flying Scotsman once. It came through Corby, but I do try and get down there when they do have the steam engines, because seeing a steam engine is great to seeing it go through. That's right, Ian. I'm well behind, aren't I? have I heard anything about the Eagle Moss Ecto one? We've heard nothing at the moment. The problem is, Vernon, that a lot's promised, but nothing seems to happen. So at the moment, I wouldn't hold my breath. It's all very well they having everything ready to go and you'll click a switch and it will go off. But the behind the scenes stuff of legal and marketing and everything else is just going to keep holding things up. So it will be there when it's there. I'm just glad that we get to see the tumbler. Obviously the tumbler's out now. But again, I don't know you subscribers when you're going to get your first one through the post, because with the post all over the place at the moment, who knows? Who knows? TT Tabletop is the old Triang 3mm scale models from the 50s, 60s. The new TT 120 is actually 2. I knew it was an inch scale. And although the track is the same, the trains are smaller and almost halfway. God, you guys know a lot more about it than me, I tell you. But that's why we've got the kit. I'm going to learn, Richard, all this stuff. It's a rough kit to build. You're talking about the refit. I've allowed myself a year, and I'll be honest with you, I have already started I've started on the kit, but not the parts in the kit. I've started on the aftermarket parts, but I'm going to be different from everyone else. I know a lot of people start with the saucer or the atrium and stuff like that. I think I'm actually going to start with the bridge, because my version's got a little thing that you open up the top and you can see the bridge inside. So that's what I'm going to start with, I think. And then I'll figure out the lights for it. No idea what I'm doing. We don't know yet, Carl. But I'm sure there's going to be a Zoom call soon. And we will thrash that one out. Or while we're at Spruverse, while we're at Wonderfest, this is the Budweiser, I'm telling you, we'll have a few of these and see where the magical world of alcohol takes us. Hopefully I've just answered that question, Ads. Normally it's 2 to 3 weeks, but with the post the way it is at the moment and they've got a backlog on, who knows? Who knows? Now you want one of those TT120s. And this came straight away, Bergdish, you know. I ordered this on New Year's Day. No, the 2nd, then it came on the 6th. So I thought there was going to be a heavy pre-order queue, but no. Does it smell like Doc Brown? It smells heavy. Oh, yeah, what is the smell? No, it's definitely Jean-Paul Gaultier. As a matter of fact, when I went to Vegas, they had this this scent. It was shaped like a cigar, and it was called Cuba. And when you smelt it, again, it was Jean-Paul Gaultier's fragrance. It's been crazy. New videos coming next week. 23 welcome video will be up tonight. Oh, excellent. Well, welcome back. We got a bot in here already for 2023 as well. Oh, bless. It's going to be a fun year, 2023. I know it is. We're going to have some fun this year. Good evening, Carl's Diecast. How's the lady cave, Mrs. Rhoda Wayne? That's a personal question, David. Mrs. Rhoda Wayne, the fact of this postage strike's really bad for Mrs. Rhoda Wayne. I'll tell you why. Because she goes through this stage. I'm whispering now. I'll go closer. She goes through this stage of ordering loads of fabric. Now, when we went to Wonderfest last year, one of our friends, Will and Victoria took her out. As a matter of fact, Mrs. Spruverse took her out as well to buy fabric, and she came back with a whole suitcase full of fabric. Well, if you extrapolate what that was to her getting things by the post being delayed, and then the postman turns up with a sack of fabric, and I'm piling it up into the kitchen. She came home today, and I'm like, what's that? And she's just like, oh, that's my stuff, looking guilty sort of thing. So I was like, well, aren't you going to open it? She goes, nah, I'll just leave it there. So I came out here and I thought, oh, I need to go loose. So I went back into the house, and then she started to open it. She didn't want to open it around me. I do think that's really funny. I don't care what you buy, Mrs. Rhoda Wayne. I just think it's funny. But we've got enough fabric now to make our own fabric distribution centre, I think. We're short of having a bolt of fabric in here. But there you go. So her challenge is now to make me a Wrath of Khan uniform. And I know that Lou's got a Wrath of Khan uniform because I've seen it in your little model room there. But perhaps I should go to Wonderfest dressed in some sort of uniform. What do you reckon? I buy the Dungeons & Dragons Diana and Kurgan Highlander figure toys. I haven't seen them. Yes, you old girl. Bless you. It's my turn in July. You had a good birthday, though. I don't know if anyone saw her cake. Did I show that on the Tuesday live stream? Mrs. World of Cake was... Mrs. World of Cake? Mrs. World of Wayne's cake was shaped like a sewing machine. Let's see if I've got it here. Stand by. Very good sewing machine it was. Here we go. This is my niece who made this. Go to maps. Look, there you go. A sewing machine cake. How cool is that? But she had a great birthday. We had a good time. Evening, Graham. How's it going? Pete, over in Queensland there. If I can get a couple of model kits for Yamaha dirt bikes, I'll try my hands at fabricating parts to make them look like death machines from the movie Death Sport. Haven't seen Death Sport. Couldn't even tell you what it's about. 600103. I knew I was close. Hello, Datehole. Yeah, you've been a bit absent as well on... what did you get for Xmas, Wayne? Oh, I got a couple of... Well, John Hay in chat there got me a couple more Gundam kits, which is cool. I got loads of stuff from Howard DeForest. So I got a shawl from Middle-earth, Lord of the Rings. I got a model kit. I got loads. James Bond book. I think I showed them on Tuesday's live stream. But from Mrs. World of Wayne, it's all to do with... I got nothing but aftermarket parts for the Enterprise refit. That's what I asked for Christmas. So this is my vanity project this year. So you might see tears when it's finished. But who knows? You may be able to send a paint guide. If you anything will help, Paul. Because what I've done is I've created a folder of reference photos and videos, which I'm trying to follow. Obviously, in the instructions, it gives you an idea of what colours they are. But it's all over the place. I can't figure it out. You had the Scotsman come through Spalding a few years back. It's been through Corby a couple of times now. It always tends to go through Corby on its way up to York. You even missed the quiz. You haven't even been playing Pokemon. Did you notice I'm level 44, Dayhole? Mrs. World of Wayne's still level 43. I'm loving the Batmobile at the moment. But I am waiting for the subscription, because the problem we're going to get is that... what day is it today? It's Thursday today. So next Wednesday... we're going to be getting the second stage come out. And the second stage is just a wheel. And I'm not going to just do a video of a wheel. So I'm probably going to have to save them up until the subscriptions come. And then I can do them by pack. But a little bit confusing. This is how we did the... I think the Bismarck and the Spitfire, I started off doing individuals. But as the packs then started to arrive, I started to do them as pack. I prefer packs because you don't want to see a 3-minute video, I'm sure. But... your colourblind uncle was feeling down, so I gave him encouragement by saying, don't worry, the grass is always greyer on the other side. The thing is, Peter, I can see colours fine. I can see greens, I can see blues and all of that. It's the shades of them that really throw me big time. Mrs. World of Wayne will just laugh at me sometimes. She's 4472 for the Flying Scotsman. I think it's wrong. I would get the set with the A4 class loco and get the Flying Scotsman when released. Well, this number on here is, well, it shows you on the box actually. On the side is 2550. I don't think that relates to anything. So, I don't know. Is there some sort of Flying Scotsman sort of like commission or something where they can't use that number for copyright reasons or something? I don't know. Don't know. Greetings and salutations from across the ponds. Hello, Code Monkey. You started the kit subscription, but don't dare even start building it for fear of Ecto. You're going to be fine. Anything from the Fanheim Diastini Hachette, you're going to be fine, trust me. The Eagle Moss had problems before some of these kits went into place. You could see that through their finances and accounts. But you don't ever want to know about Hachette as well. I've had a couple of people ask about Hachette. You've got to remember Hachette is the biggest publishing company in the world. So that'll give you an idea. The A1 locomotive is named after the 10 a.m. non-stop. We've seen that to Edinburgh. I need to get on one of that train actually, Mike, you know, because I can get a ticket from Peterborough to Edinburgh for £36 return at the moment if I book an advance ticket. How crazy is that? Did yours? They're not meant to arrive in two different colours, Graham, so you might want to call them regarding that. They're meant to be that yellow colour. I painted mine. And it's basically, it's exactly the same colour as the Victory was. So I had plenty of paint. It's ochre. it's an ochre colour, so you won't have any problems doing that. But I painted mine. Did a dry fit of the 1350 refit today, and I couldn't get the pylons to sit properly. I haven't got that far. What I have noticed, though, because I have opened the box, and I will show this in tomorrow's video, that the nacelles, when they come, they're already pinned together. So they've got pins in them. They're already pinned together. And Phil showed this on his channel, which is crazy, that you can see a step when it's pinned in together. And you can see how the detail doesn't continue round, even though I haven't even touched the part and taken it apart. So I can understand why I believe Phil cut the pins off to actually adjust it, because the more you adjust, the less you're going to have to fix. That's the way I figure it at the moment. But I've only noticed that on the nacelles at the moment. I haven't noticed it on the other bits, and I have been having a bit of a muck around. But to give you an idea, I've got Paragraphics photo etch. I've got I need masks. So I'm gonna probably order some masks, Lou, or I might wait till Wonderfest. Do you reckon Cult TV? Well, you'll have them, won't you? But Cult TV Man will have them at Wonderfest, surely. I'm hoping, because I don't need them yet. That'll be one of the last things. But I do have a kit for the bridge and the new AB deck, and that comes with some photo etch parts as well. I've got LED lighting, as in lighting strips. I've got a photo etch part bender. I've just got loads. 600 to 1,500 grit sandpaper. I've got some of that 30 AWG wire you gave me, Phil, in LA. I've got crap loads of that now. But that was all my Christmas present. So, yeah, all good. I do the same. Michael, I do it at the same time every week. It does throw people out, though, because when the clocks go back and forward, it does muck around, because we do it at different times for the folks in the States. Always at 8 p.m. on a Thursday, either it be Greenwich Mean Time or British summertime. So there you go. You lost your bank card for 3 weeks before Xmas. That's not good. And the new one didn't arrive until Xmas. Post is super late. No, it is. It's crazy. But you'd know. But, I mean, we're still getting Christmas cards, as I said, so I'm not, overly fussed at the moment. But it is affecting things like fan home deliveries, because they're coming through Royal Mail. And I'm guessing, I don't know what carrier it's used in America, fan home. But there you go. Yes, Dylan, by all means, please send it. We haven't done a welcome to the cave for a long time. It would be good to resurrect that. Definitely. Perhaps I need to do one, because I never did one in here. And I have been tidying up a bit. You probably noticed some things changed. The X-Wing's actually lit up now by a light over here, as you can see. What else? I cleared up everything behind me. So I've got a photo box down there. Yoda's sitting behind me there as well. I've lit these things up here using 9-volt adapters. We've got the Fertility Idol from Raiders of the Lost Ark and the Ark of the Covenant in there. Just subtle changes. This is going. I'm surprised Phil hasn't talked about... See, Phil's team... Phil supports the LA Chargers, previously the San Diego Chargers, and I'm obviously an LA Rams fan. And the LA Chargers stuffed the LA Rams last week, so I wasn't too happy about that. But I was waiting for the Saki text message. But I thought, no, they deserve to win. We're playing terrible at the moment. You can't buy it in the shops at the moment, the TT. That's interesting. I'm sure if it takes off, which I'm hoping they'll do, then it will be everywhere. But Pico are going to do their aftermarket versions. The Star Wars helmets were from D'Agostini about 5 years ago. And it was the Star Wars helmet collection. That got replaced by Fan Home doing the Star Wars bus collection. So you never know. When the bus collection's finished, they may go back and do the helmet collection. But there was 80 in this collection. It is UK only at the moment. There is no US or US or Australia release at the moment, Shane. She can still hear you. Yes, she probably can. Paul, I have to face the music after these streams. You know that, didn't you? So I do the walk of shame from the workshop to the house, and then I just give a glance to see what sort of look she's got on her face to see if I'm in trouble or not. There you go, look, he fabric shames me. Google Christo and send, there you go, Christo and send all the fabric to him. Get rid of the beard and I could be Captain Picard. Well, I'll have to lose the glasses as well. I don't know if you've seen me without glasses. I bet it looks really weird, doesn't it? Of course, I can't see a thing now. Can I see? I can still read. Because my right eye's not too bad. So Wayne Weatherwax says, the cake was a great real showstopper. Is that what you said? Let me just double check. Yeah. But all fun. And Kerry, you were talking about uniforms and stuff. I said to Mrs. World Wayne today, just before the stream, opened the Budweiser, so you know I'm going to say random stuff. I said, I should wear more kilts. If I'm going to Scotland, I want to be wearing a kilt. So there's me basically looking back at my lineage to see if I've got any Scottish in my lineage to, you know, to give me an excuse to wear a kilt. It was great. We were so happy with that cake. She did a blinding job. Let's get t-shirts made immediately. Mrs. Welder cake. She's Mrs. Welder fabric at the moment, Phil. I'm telling you. Literally. So you just saw the trailer for Renfield. Nicolas Cage playing Dracula. You know what? Is that what that was? I saw a poster for it, but I didn't know what it was. Why are my glasses steaming up? That's interesting. Must be getting hot in here. I haven't seen that. I have watched... what have I watched recently? I haven't seen Avatar yet. I want to. My son saw Avatar. He said it went on far too long. But I haven't really watched much at all, actually. Thinking about it. I had a complete rewatch of The Lord of the Rings. For some reason, I've been infatuated by watching 2001 and all the Star Treks at the moment. So I don't know what that's all about. But I just do what my brain tells me. So all fun. I should go to Wonderfest in the Virgin Atlantic uniform. Won't help at the show, but your flight could be fun. But I'm flying at American Airlines, so I'm sure I'll get kicked off. What chair is it? What chair is what? Steve? The chair I'm sitting on? Or, I don't know. Oh, you're talking about gaming chairs. You know what? I haven't had any gaming chair which hasn't broke on me. So I think this will be the last gaming chair I have. I'll probably go back to normal ones. I've had GT racing chairs. I've had off-brand chairs. The pistons always fail in them. And to try and get the piston out is a nightmare. You need a sledgehammer and a blowtorch because it wedges. It sort of like cold welds itself into the base. They are a nightmare. So you can change the lifters on it when they fail, because they will fail, and get these industrial strength heavy lifters. But if you're in here as much as I'm in here, they fail after like 6 months. I mean, the amount of gaming chairs, Mrs. World Away will tell you, the amount of gaming chairs that I've gone through is ridiculous. So, plus I'm getting old. I need something a bit more ergonomic. You guys should make a quilt for the Screwverse challenge. Oh, Peter says, like how to make an American quilt. So what we'll do is we'll have coffee mornings then, Lou and Phil. We'll meet up somewhere central and we'll do some sewing. Oh, bless. Sorry, I've just got that vision imprinted. You know that picture, the famous picture of the cards playing poker? It's like that, but making a quilt. I've got that vision in my mind now. No problems, John. As a matter of fact, I've got a little overlay. If anyone wants my shop link, look, check this out. It's here. Everything is now under that. linktr.ee/World Away. And that's my merch store, my Amazon store, and all my social media links. A couple of things did change in the new year, and that is that obviously I cleared out my whole Facebook account, Instagram account, and Twitter account. I do that all the time. I also delete all messages and emails, so they've all gone, so I start refresh again. I make sure I've answered people first. And the other big thing is that I put all of my links in one place. I'm no longer streaming to Twitch anymore either. I just want to keep things at Facebook and YouTube now. So I'm streamlining things. But change is good. Change is good. Always mucking around and changing things, I am. You'll be playing God of War. I haven't played that. I have played High on Life though, Ian. I don't know if any of you heard that game. It's from the makers of Rick and Morty, and I love that cartoon show. But the High on Life is a brilliant PC game to play. It's on the Xbox as well. I think Xbox have got an exclusivity on it. But brilliant game. Runcorn to London for £65. Some of these prices are crazy. You used to go from Gork in Scotland. I've probably really butchered that name, Ed. to Spalding back in the 70s for £20 return. That's mad. We couldn't believe those Edinburgh prices when we saw them. But I think they must be like one-offs. Spruverse did a lot to get the nacelles to work on the refit. Great videos from him on the. That's what I mean. I've been studying the med. It's become like a thesis for me that I'm studying what he's done, because you don't really understand the problems until you see it, and you do think. And when you see it, and just seeing it out the pack. I mean, I'll show you this tomorrow because I've still got one nacelle which I haven't taken out the pack yet, and I'll show you through the plastics what I mean, because they come joined together already. And you can see straight away where things are out of a line. But that's the fun of building. We get to rectify things. Scatterbugs. I've got 9. What I've been doing is I've been getting all the scatterbugs and turning them into spoopers, so I know which ones I've got. And I've got 9 spoopers now. I haven't got anything from frozen region. Frozen. I've got polar, but not frozen. And we all need can't say this word. Everyone knows what I'm like with words. Archipelago. You know what I mean? The Galapagos Islands are one there. Archipelago. Whatever they are. I need some little bugs from archipelagos. 7 Hobbies in the UK carries the masks. I hand you some if you can wait till June. Oh well, I don't think I'll be at that stage of doing the painting, Lou. So I said, yeah, well, I'll probably get them when I'm over the States. So, which will be fun. Can't wait. But again, I'm waiting for Phil to do this. Phil's the person that I've sent off and said, do it, and then report back. So then when he's done it, then I get confidence. Because I'll tell you what Phil said in his first video was that a lot of people, if you watch, look, I haven't got the Spruverse link on here. Watch part 1 of the Spruverse refit video, and he has a great line that says that most people, or a lot of people, have the refit in their collection, in their stash collection, but it is an intimidating build. And a lot of people probably don't want to build it for that reason. And if you're just building it, I'm sure it's going to be a quite easy build to put together. But it's made to actually modify. And I think that's where the intimidation comes through. And it's been sitting here. And I know I've got to start it. But I know I've been putting it off as well. That's why I'm doing the video tomorrow. By hook or by crook. And it's a very valid point that this, you can put so much love and vanity into it. It's a passion project. But if it all goes wrong, I'm going to be heartbroken. I'm telling you, I'm going to be absolutely heartbroken. So a lot of emotion in this one, I think. Hello, Simon. How's it going? When are you going to do the next stage of the Knight Rider car? Well, I'm waiting for deliveries. And you know what? I've got nothing here at the moment. All I've got is the Titanic. Pack 5 are we on? Pack 6? Pack 5? Whatever my next Titanic is, that's going to be on the channel on Monday. This is the one that comes with a pocket watch. I've got a pocket watch for that one. I've got nothing else. I'm up to date. So, hence why tomorrow I'm doing the refit. Have you done Pokemon Violet or Scarlet? No, I haven't. I haven't played any Pokemon games that are off phone, although my son has got a Switch, so he bought Scarlet. And my new son-in-law, because my daughter's just got engaged, well, my new son-in-law to be got the other one, got Violet. So it's been a busy Christmas, I'll tell you. Fan home delivers come from FedEx. Agora comes from USPS, United States Postal Service. Oh, right, okay, cool. Have you seen the YouTube channel Trekworks? That's what I was talking about. Boyd at Trekworks. Boyd watches my channel as well. Boyd's been brilliant. He's just watching him do it at the moment. Is excellent. I think he's doing his own lighting stuff as well. But yeah, Spruverse and Trekworks are just all I'm watching at the moment. Oh, and Lou's been we've been watching Lou's channel. Hang on, I'm just going to go over to Lou's channel because Lou, you've been doing where are we? You've been doing some funky stuff lately. You've got when I'm trying to explain this. There was an interior released for the shuttlecraft, the Galileo shuttlecraft in Star Trek. So rather than just make the interior and put it in the shuttlecraft, Lou came up with this absolutely amazing idea of making it as a set, as it would be a filming set, if you like. So you've got the perfect looking set from the front, but from the back you can see all the carpentry and stuff like that. Camera works looking in on it, detachable walls. You could make a miniature Star Trek if you had the real cameras, I'm telling you, with what he's created. Again, if you haven't seen that, check out the Aztec Dummy channel. But I didn't know what you were doing at the start, and when I figured it out, Lou, I was like to Mrs. Rodaway, and I'm like, look at this. If any of you ever go to the Harry Potter studios in London, in Watford, and that's at Leavesden Airfield, or the old Leavesden Airfield, when you're in the car park, forget going to the Harry Potter experience, you know, it's been there and done that. If you go to the left, there's a slight mound which lets you look over a little hill so you can see into that airfield, and you can see what current sets are actually on. Pretty much like you can see at Universal Studios, and you'll see all of that carpentry at the back and stuff. I think when I went last time, they had the Fantastic Beasts set still up. But brilliant idea, Lou. Absolutely brilliant. What's Mrs. Wayne's next build? I don't know. I don't think she's got anything at the moment. She's still building that doll's house. I want to give you a doll's house update, because she's still got to do the roof of it, but she's done so much for it, and we haven't updated anything. So I think that's something she needs to do. Everyone's been stuffing the Rams this year. Okay, fair enough. Take care, Lou. See you later, mate. Oh my God, I'm behind tonight. Sarcastic message, Rams suck. Yeah, I know. Phil, I cursed the team. I shouldn't have gone to the SoFi. I shouldn't. I cursed the team. I know I have. But well done. Well done for the Chargers, I have to say. They deserved it. Hello, Keith. How's it going? Cosmic Scale Models. It was great meeting you too, Keith. I'm definitely going to be doing 2 days at Telford next year. I could only stay for like 3 hours. So I did a couple of circuits and then had to go. But I'm going to have a lot more time to say hi and stuff next time. Plus, I was out of my comfort zone. I'd never been there before. I was like a Telford virgin. But great model show. What other building models will Hachette bring out after the Batmobile? The only one that I've heard that's rumoured ads is the Alien, that we're going to see the Alien this year. But who knows? Who knows? I'll be surprised if we see any more there. I'm sure we might see some more from Fanhome. We know Agora have got the Bond collection coming out. Oh my God, that's going to be crazy. But there you go. It's funny because things started to slot into place. From what I understand, some of the folks over at Agora Models were in America at a very similar time that I was in America. So I went to the Peterson Museum with Phil, and I understand that they visited the Peterson Museum around about the same sort of time as well. Wouldn't it be funny if we would have banged into each other? Or some of their pictures that they put on the Agora Models website has got me and Phil in it. Star Trek 2 tunic with kilt. I could do. I've got no problems wearing a kilt. I've got no problems wearing uniform, I have to say. I've got a whole full Jedi. You've seen me on the channel. I've got a Jedi uniform, a Star Trek uniform. Someone died watching the new Avatar was not that good. Apparently it just goes on far too long. Was it 3.5 hours, is it? Or something silly like that? My teenage son just, he got bored. Secret Labs, yours has lasted for over 6 years. Wow. No, I go through them a lot quicker than that, I'll tell you. This one's already starting to fail, I can tell you now. The lifter's failing. But Secret Labs, they had a stall at the Insomnia Gaming Festival last year. So if they're there this year, I might have a word with them. Because it'd be good if I could get a warranty on the chair, which is over 6 months, then I'd have it. But they do tend to last me 6 months at that. The Herman Miller, I've seen the mesh Herman. I've seen the price of them as well, Dylan. But they are good. Hello, John. How's it going? Not feeling very well. You know what? Something going around at the moment. Something's going around at the moment. You finally broke your executive chair. I've gone through so many chairs. Just watch the channel and you'll see me with different colour chairs in the background. Hello, Todd. How's it going? You have a pack 4 of IXO Porsche 917 if anybody wants it. It was sent to me by mistake and IXO said keep it. Wow. Excellent. Hello, Vince. Down in Oz. How's it going? G'day, mate. How's your Australian summer coming on? There's me trying to put on Australian voice. I'm having to put on an Australian voice even though I'm Australian. Go figure. But yeah, you're in your height of summer there at the moment. I'm waiting for the snow now. It's not been too cold here actually. So, but you know what? My you know we had that cold spell that I was telling you about. My energy bill for gas, just gas, last month was £200. £200 on gas. That's just crazy. Ah, you finally got to wear a screwdriver. That'll last you forever, Robert. Bremen to Amsterdam for €16 next week. Wow. It's cheaper to... wow. That's crazy. Hello, John Russell. And how are you on the south coast there? You just joined, been up hospital. My sister's been in since last Saturday with this flu virus. Yeah, it's going around. Mrs. Rhoda Wayne's mum's got it at the moment. It's not good. It's not good. And the hospitals are like jam-packed. In fact, the hospital in Kettering here are on full lockdown, COVID lockdown again. So you can't visit people. You have to wear a mask when you go in, which you had to anyway at hospital. Crazy stuff. What's the Scotsman doing there? I was just showing everyone the TT. The TT 120. This isn't mine. This is my dad's, but we thought we'd do an unboxing for it. Ark, thank you. Thank you for the phonetic spelling. you helped me with that. What was that place in Venezuela? Carrizo? I think I've remembered that. Phil is now my elocution. Phil taught me to say tragedy. Tragedy, see? Archipelago. There we go. Break it up. Archipelago. If you do it like that, I can read it. Archipelago. There we go. Thank you very much. What's the name of the character in My Fair Lady? Doolittle, isn't it? I don't know. What's the... Hang on. what's stand by. I want to know his name. You are now my Professor Henry Higgins. That was it. Henry Higgins. You are my Henry Higgins. Oh, you got yours from Forbidden Planet in Cardiff. Oh, I need a trip to Forbidden Planet. I think we're scheduling a trip to London in February, so I might try and get down to the one in London. I can fully understand that, Paul. I've given myself a year to do this, but I can understand exactly where he's coming from. Because it will take a long time, I think. I'm just hoping I don't get into problems, because that's when the stress starts. But the good thing about this build is not doing it live. I can take my time on it. I'm going to do it slightly different. I'm not just going to bring a video out every week. I'm going to try and film a good chunk of stuff, and when I've got a good chunk of stuff to put out, then I'll put it on the channel. So, what kit by Polar Lights is your favourite? At the moment, this. I'd like to see Polar Lights bringing out a 1350 for all the enterprises. But who knows? That soundstage is great, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. I said he needs to bring that to Wonderfest. He definitely needs to bring that to Wonderfest. That is a it's so original. That's the thing. It should win just on originality alone. But I mean, I'm really hoping for him. That'd be brilliant. It's a bakery. Is that what you're doing next, Mrs. Weldawayne? A bakery? I don't know. I haven't got anything of yours in here, so you must have hidden that somewhere. I am miles behind chat, although saying that, I'm only about 7 minutes behind chat now, Mike King, so I'm getting there. You know what I'm like? It's the first stream of the new year. I'm going to ramble on and on and on. Where did this Simples coming from? It was the meerkat. The funny thing is, these meerkats from comparethemeerkat.com, one of the meerkats, I can't remember the name, the one that's got the glasses and the white shirt, looks like my dad. So I actually got him a meerkat. And said that's you, and obviously they'll explain something, and at the end they'll just say Simples. And I don't know, pop culture's always on me. Back in the 80s I kept thrashing my hand around saying loads of money, so it's just me. Have I seen the tiny Artitech Orca 187 model? Incredibly detailed, loads of merch for Jaws recently, but no decent scale Orca model kit still. There isn't, Grim, but I'm going to point you in a direction of a friend of the channel here and someone that I've ordered from in the past, and that is the OMS Workshop. Okay, he's on Instagram. Okay, and I want you to check out what he's done. I don't know. Can it show me? He's got a reel here. No, I don't. Wait a minute. No, he hasn't got it on here. He's building a Necker Scow Orca. Let me just go over to here. So if I can just show you kind of like what he's done. Obviously, look, he's created the wheel there. But there was a video I saw earlier on, and he was building the... I can't see it. He had a reel of the Orca he's building. He started to do the oak work of the planks, and they've even got the... it's not there. They've even got the little nails in each individual plank. He's really gone to details for it. That's OMS Workshop on Instagram. If you follow him, I think he might have a Facebook channel as well. Let me just have a check. I saw it somewhere, but I can't think for the life of me where. Stand by. OMS Workshop. No. I don't know where I saw it, but he had things with the planks on, but it looks absolutely amazing what he's doing. And all because he wanted a scow, because our Orca's not Necker Scow, it's slightly smaller. He wanted a scow that's that can hold the Necker figures. Come on, the Bucks. Nothing. I think the first delivery is going to be around about June time, but I as soon as Agora models touch bases with me, Michael, then I'll get it out to the community. So... You met? Yes, we did. As a matter of fact, it's just over a year because I met you in Spalding in December last year, Ed. And then you came here. That's right. It makes a great cup of tea. Didn't I make you a cappuccino? My coffee's to die for, Ed. We have fun. Someone needs to come out with a 1976 Tyrrell P34 six-wheeled F1 car. Really? That's a very niche market, mate. If you study the picture from the Agora DB5 in Daniel Craig's version, not Goldfinger, they do say it's the Daniel Craig version. I don't know what that involves or anything. I don't know what the build order is going to be like for the DB5. Is it going to be similar to what we have with Eagle Moss? I haven't got a clue. But, I mean, I was just as shocked hearing that James Bond announcement as I think you was. Seriously, that... I said on the Tuesday, that video, watching on Christmas Eve, there was just something inside me that says I should film this because I've got a funny feeling it's going to be a big announcement. I'm glad I did. Sorry you're late, but he wanted to mention to you, Wayne, there is a company called 4D Cityscapes that puts out papercraft models. I've been doing the T65 and a Millennium Falcon to do too. Well, Howard's got me another Roker kit. So obviously, I don't know if you can see that over there. I'm building the Roker Orrery. Orrery, see, another word. I'm getting there. He sent me a gun, a Roker gun that I can make, like a revolver, which should be fun. You haven't had summer this year, really? Summer's like bypassed you. But it's supposed to be global warming, Vince. It's supposed to be the hottest on record for you. That's crazy. You're loving the 917 build, making the investment looks very rewarding. Well, at the moment, on the Patreon channel, Racer Dad, I'm building the EXO one now. I'm still doing the Agora one on the community channel. Again, I don't know if you can see. Actually, I've got this new thing. Let me show you. Hopefully this will work. Again, Phil, I'm nicking your ideas. Spruverse, this is Spruverse's idea. I wanted some sort of Wayne cam. I bet it's not going to work now. Oh, it might work. Stand by. I wanted a Wayne cam so that I can, if I'm looking at something fiddly, I want to be able to use my phone to show you things that I'm doing at the moment. So, check this out. If I go over to, oh, stand by. If I go over to this camera here, oops, no, 1 second. Let's hide that. Click on that. Right, hopefully we're going to be on Wayne cam. Ready? There you go. There's Wayne cam. So I can look around, that we can look in the box. It's very detailed. I do like it. There's the workstation. This is what I'm seeing at the moment. As you can see, and there's the workshop. And then under there, on the left, just there, is the Porsche where we started to put the back on now. But everything you see on top of there is to do with the refit. And the refit's just down there at the moment. So all good. But that is Wayne cam. So I'm gonna use that more often. That's just an iPhone HDMI to fire whatever that lead's called, lightning cable. But All cool. You booked your first holiday for the year. You're going to Iceland. Well, I said me and Mrs. Rodaway are off to Wanderfest in June, which means we get to visit Chicago and Philadelphia. And we're going to Cornwall in August. Hopefully meet up with Chris Hurst, which would be fun. Do a bit of bodyboarding, you know. All cool. Wayne Green, World of Wayne Pokemon. Caressa, what you ask an animal doctor when you female pig is sick? Can you Curacao? Curacao, that was it. We can't mention Curacao too much, Jason, because Mrs. Rhoda Wayne once had some blue bowls called Blue Curacao, and she was violently ill. Violently ill. In fact, her what she ejected wasn't blue. I think it had turned green by that point. A 1350 Enterprise E would be massive. Yeah, but keeping that scale would be brilliant. Sergi, that's the name of the meerkat. Thank you. You're doing one in about 2 weeks, Paul. Join the club. No, there's no such thing as too big. If it's too big, I can always put it over the TV. Obviously, there's nothing in the lounge now because we've taken the Christmas stuff down. So apart from a massive doll's house, which you've seen, Robert, there's still that vacant space above the TV. You love the Meerkat series. What's the whole thing? Oh, bless. Damn you, Spacebar. Will I ever be able to finish the DeLorean? I hope so. But again, I haven't heard anything at all. Enjoy Titanic. Pack 6 arrives tomorrow. My only complaint is the way you build the hull is sketchy to me. Weird lines are created from the way you have. It is. It's Pack 6 that I think I'm doing on Monday then, Phil. You could build along with me. Did you get your pocket watch in Pack 6? There's a pocket watch in one of them, which I think is great. The shark reminds you of the John West salmon adverts. All brilliant as well the Marmite ones from the 70s, 80s and 90s on YouTube. Oh my God. You died from my coffee. Well, Mrs. Wellaway managed to get me some of the pizza. Phil introduced me to Pete's Coffee when I was in California. She's bought me an absolute sack full of it, not knowing that they were coffee beans. They're not ground. So I've had to buy myself like an industrial grounder, which I've got now. And Mrs. Wellaway's ground all the coffee up and put it in jars for me. But, it's lovely coffee. Lovely coffee. Budweiser no longer an American company, isn't it? I don't follow that sort of thing. I don't know. I just drink the stuff. I thought you said blue balls, bless. It's that time of day, isn't it? It's that time of day. If I've missed the chat, I apologise. But you know me, I've been rambling on again. It's the end of the stream, and it's the first stream of the new year, so I had loads to talk about. But as I said, tomorrow's video is going to be out slightly later because I do want to go into a little bit of detail on the refit. I was hoping, I'll be honest with you, to be wearing the Star Trek uniform, but I think it's a great idea that while I'm doing this, I'll be able to give you updates of how Mrs. World Wayne's going on actually making one of the uniforms. So we'll have to see how that goes. So it's all fun. But as I said, watch out for that video. That's going to be on the channel sometime, probably tomorrow afternoon. But listen, thank you for joining me tonight and continuing to support the channel. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button, please do so now and you'll get notified every time my beautiful face comes on the screen. Anyway, take care of yourselves. See you later.